Good day, McVeigh, and happy Friday. How are you, boys and girls? Let's get started with our birthdays. Okay, so for today, let's see, happy birthday to Giovanni Velasquez in our third grade, Gianna Randazzo in our kindergarten. Tomorrow, happy birthday to Bella Lupo in our third grade, Jeremy Calderon in our second grade, Hannah Malone in our second grade, and Mr. Servo. And on Sunday, happy birthday to Leslie Gonzalez Ramirez in our fifth grade. All right. So, my friends, how are you? I have some cool jokes today, and I have some more people submitting jokes, which is awesome. Thank you. So this one is coming from Caleb Thomas. Caleb says, what's Burger King's favorite food? I love this illustration. Good work, Caleb. Check it out. A burger. Of course it is. Very good, Caleb. Yes. And then the next one. Why did the girl bring a ladder to school? This is coming from Nishida in Mr. Triunfo's class. Here we go. Why did the girl bring a ladder to school? She wanted to get to high school, of course. So we had another joke like that last week, but thank you for submitting some more jokes. I'm running out. I need some more jokes. We got to get that book to get thicker. All right, let's work on that. All right, now let's go to our riddle. So the riddle was, what starts with T, ends with T, and is filled with T. So the answer is a teapot. Teapot. Starts with T, ends with T, and is filled with T. Yes. Now, Alyssa DeCampi was working on this one, and we were going back and forth, and then she submitted an answer, and I said, that one works. She said the letter T. It starts with T, ends with T, and is filled with itself. That's true. Good work, Alyssa. I love the way you were thinking. And she kept thinking. I love that. So, boys and girls, just because you solve a problem or try to work on something and you don't get the answer right away, so what? You keep working at it. And as you work at it, believe it or not, you get smarter. That's the whole point. So keep working at it. All right? Don't give up. All right. So we have a new... Oh, let me tell you everybody who got that one, by the way. So we had Rachel, Emma, Savannah, Divvy, and Sandia, Alyssa. Many of you got that. Super proud of you for working on that. So now we have a new riddle. You have 2 apples and 3 apples. If somebody takes one, how many do you have? You have 2 apples and 3 apples. If somebody takes one, how many do you have? Let's see. All right. Now, my friends, today is the last day of our Literacy Festival. It's our last night with Goodnight McVeigh with Miss O'Neill. And it's also your day to vote for your favorite book. Don't forget to vote. I can't wait to see the results. In addition, and literally, we have Alien Edition and Grand Prix Multiplication Championships next week. If you haven't signed up yet, get yourself on. It's okay if you missed the preliminary rounds. That just gave us some good information and also the ability to work out any problems with the program. Now we're gearing up for our championships that start on Wednesday. It's a 3-day championship. Get yourself registered if you're not registered yet. Okay, so let's get to where on earth is. Okay, so the pictures that I showed you were absolutely beautiful, and many of you were able to come up with some good answers. So this is where we started. And then I showed you these, and I said this place has something called the Subway. Look how beautiful that is. And then I said some clues. Take a look at the color of that highway. You know, where could this be? So I had a lot of answers, and then I started giving some clues. So many of you figured out it was somewhere out west, and yes. So I got answers from Red Rock Canyon to the Grand Canyon, Death Valley. And then I started giving you places on the map. Look a little more south, a little more north, a little more east, wherever, depending on what you had come back with. And then several of you got it. And the answer is Zion National Park. So Zion National Park actually is very close to the Grand Canyon. They're, fairly close to each other. So Zion is in Utah. Grand Canyon, of course, is in Arizona. Okay, and so, but they're not that far from, let's say, Red Rock Canyon in Las Vegas. That should tell you something. If they're all sort of look alike, but they're not the same, that there's something about that area of the country that things look like that. Okay, but here's a couple more photos that got shared with me. How beautiful is this place? And so you can see why someday I hope to get there. I haven't been there yet, but I'm hoping I'll get there someday. And speaking of other places I'd like to go, this is definitely one of them. Now, there are several teachers who have been to this place, and so I'm going to show you pictures of several teachers. So here is Miss McCready. How beautiful is that photo? Miss McCready and the beautiful background. How about this? You can't see who this is. Looks like a similar place. Take a look at the color of that water. That's Miss Lewis, by the way. Here's Miss Lewis still. And again, take a look at the color of the water. That's a big, big clue. Big clues right there. Where are they? All right. And guess who else was there? Guess who that is? That's Miss Wallace. Where are they? Can you figure out where they are? And certainly when you do, you'll figure out why I want to go there. Now, I also have a picture of Miss Gellery there. If I find it before the end of the show, I'll share it with you. But Miss Gellery is in the same spot, which is amazing to me that perhaps several teachers from McVeigh were standing in a similar area and they all took the same photo. It's kind of cool, right? Yeah, so if I can get that for you, I certainly will before we end our show. But before we do that, I also would like to share a video for the science fair. So this is Alex. Okay. Let's see. All right. So here's Alex from Miss Napolitano's class.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to show you my science project. The title is Ball Rolls on Grass and Dirt. Purpose: does a ball roll farther on grass or on dirt? Hypothesis: I think a ball will roll farther on dirt than on grass. Background: balls are round and therefore they roll on any surface. Procedures: I will use a ball to compare on which surface the ball goes farther. I will use grass and dirt to do my experiments. I will show you the ball, how to roll the ball. Data: on dirt, the ball rolled 10 feet. On grass, the ball rolled 6 feet. Conclusion: using the same force, the ball rolled farther on dirt than on grass because grass provides more friction. I hope you like my science project. Bye.
Well, thank you, Alex. And here's that picture of Miss Gallery that I was talking about. You see that? It's the same place. Huh. Take a look at those photos. It's the same place. You saw that background, right? But let's get back to a little bit about what Alex was just talking about. So Alex was mentioning how friction impacted how far the ball rolled. Alex, great job with your science project. So that was one of the things that we were talking about when we saw MJ doing the rolling. So he had the baseball, the ball with the spikes on it, and then the regular ball, and he rolled it. And so one of the things that will impact how far the ball rolls is the force of friction, or how much resistance the ball gets as it moves along the surface. And so that's a possibility. It's a possibility that the grass slowed the ball down. Absolutely. Was it just friction, or was it that the grass has lumps in it and is not smooth? That could impact it too. With MJ, it could have been how much force he put on it by his hand. So there are many things that will impact the speed or the velocity at which something moves. And when we do a science experiment, what we try to do is to eliminate all of the different things that could change the results, so we only measure one thing. And that's one of the things that Alex did very well. He only was measuring one thing: how far the ball rolled on one surface as compared to the other. Well done. Good work. Because, boys and girls, what happens if you do too many things in an experiment, then you're not really sure why something happened. And then you don't really know which question to answer next. So always be thinking about, okay, what is the one thing I'm going to measure when I conduct this experiment? So, speaking of which, we've been getting back to the situation with Sebastian and his assorted plants he grew from beans, and the salt one didn't grow. And then we started to say, well, gee, why did that happen? Nobody answered. Nobody. And then we started looking at this, Miss Zucker, and then we figured out, oh, there's something about that salt. So I said, well, what's happening out there? And I got some results back. And I just want to say, I so appreciate you who are going out and trying to figure out the answers to these questions, because that's how science works. Okay, and so Emma said, I think the bean experiment, the Dead Sea picture, connect because of the salt water. Yes, they do. Sebastian's bean didn't grow because of the salt. That's right. So chances are the salt in that water was enough such that the bean could not grow. That's very good. Now, there are other questions that we were trying to answer in that question. So why did the one in salt not grow at all? Why did the one with water grow the most? And why did the one with sugar start to grow at first, but then stop growing? Again, I will read this response from the Rampartap family, Divya and Sandia. They figured it out, but I would love for somebody else to figure out what's going on there. First, the sugar plant started to grow faster than anything else. Then it stopped. And then the water took off. Salt never grew. We figured that out. What's happening with the sugar versus the regular? Let's see if we can work that out. Okay, that would be great. All right, so moving right along, I have one other quick video to show you. If you haven't had the chance to check out the McVeigh Wellness Bulletin, you should. Because in the McVeigh Wellness Bulletin, we have a lot of cool links. Last time we had how to make your own stress ball. There are some things for moms and dads. And look at this.
Now we're ready to begin. And today we've got a
There are Sophia and Caleb, and they're doing the yoga. So there's a yoga that you can do right from the McVeigh Wellness Bulletin. You can also do that with your phys ed teachers. They have some links as well. But here's another one. And boys and girls, yoga is very good. You know, we did this in McVeigh when you were here back in class, but yoga is really good for feeling better, for relaxing, for getting rid of some stress. It's super, super good. So it's running, by the way. Another McVeigh Classic t-shirt. This is from our third annual, I think. Yes, third annual McVeigh 5K. I'm looking forward to another one in the fall. But again, doing things that are physically active are super fun, and yoga is one of them. Don't forget, if you ride your bike, helmets on. All right. Finally, before we have our Mighty Kind moment of the day, don't forget to stay on and watch our McVeigh's Got Talent. Today we have Lila, Alexis, and Chanel. And lots of talent. All right. So we're off to our Mighty Kind moment of the day. We'll get our drum roll. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm going to go grab one of these bags. I'll take the one on top. Oh, look at this. Another great one. Everyone responds to kindness. That's true, boys and girls. And it's very much like the quote that we had that kindness is like the universal language, or everybody smiles in the same language. The one that the shortest distance between two people is a smile. Everyone responds to kindness. That's true. Including you, everyone. So if you're kind, you feel good inside. And when you give that kindness, it's returned to you. Everyone responds to kindness. And I love the picture on it too. Plus, this person has very nice handwriting, I have to say. Much better than mine, I think. So, again, just a reminder, I know you don't need it, but I give it to you every day. I know you can do it because you're a mighty mind. Not only that, you're mighty kind, mighty mind, and every day is a great day to get smart and be kind to both each other and the earth. Let's have a wonderful day.
I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boys, they say to me, away from reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Neverland is strong to lost boys.